What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers had Luka's debut, and the big question was, okay, who's going to be the starters in Luka's debut? How are the Lakers going to approach the starting unit? And it was the same starters. They basically just swapped Max Christie with Luka, and you saw them just absolutely run out and blow the Utah Jazz into oblivion, right? Like the game was over after the first. And that was without Luka having this like incredible stellar game. He was on minute restrictions, first game back after 6 weeks. It's fine. He'll be great. You saw everything you wanted to see and then some. But you saw how good this offense can be. Also, you saw that Jackson Hayes is going to become an all-star because Luka and LeBron are just going to have him average 20 points a game on just like pure lobs. He went 6 of 6 last night for pure lobs from Luka and LeBron. I mean, even Luka's like first 3 possessions were just like lob attempts to Jackson Hayes, right? So, I'm really excited to see how this team performs offensively. I really do think that this team offensively is going to be elite. I think that they are going to be the best offense in the league, at worst top 3, but I really do think that they're going to be the best offense even come playoff time. I think, they're going to, because the half court becomes so much more important, right? As the game slows down, gets more physical, all those, right? To have guys like Luka and LeBron that can just create and just be the engine. It was so awesome to see, just like, Reeves being able to step up, LeBron being able to do LeBron things, Luka being able to do Luka things, like LeBron goes to the bench, Luka comes in. You're always able to have one, if not two, ball handlers and shot creators on the court at all times. That has a lot of value. But you also need defense, right? And you also want better balance defensively. And we all kind of knew that this was going to happen, at least in the beginning. I even talked about the starters that I want to see and the starters that I want to have, but I also talked about how, like, hey, chances are, at least in the beginning, JJ Redick's probably going to run with the same starters. Why? Because, what has anybody done to warrant benching, right? Like, Rui's been ridiculously good. He's averaging over like 20 a game over the last like 12 games, or like he's been like lights out. Reeves has just like really picked it up, and this team's playing so much more free, right? Like, you don't want to rock the boat until you have to, and look, during the regular season, and this is my thing, I'm fine with this being the starting unit during the regular season. I worry come playoff time, right? Because teams are really going to maximize their strengths and expose the Lakers' weaknesses, just as the Lakers are going to do the same. And I do think that there is going to be points in the playoffs where you're really going to need better balance in the starting unit, where you're going to need to see a Dorian Finney-Smith and a Jared Vanderbilt. Even both. I've talked about even having both. Like, I don't hate the idea of like a Luka, Vando, Dorian, LeBron, and then Jackson Hayes, or if we get another center, whoever that center is, right? If we haven't already got another center, right? Like, that's kind of what I would be game for. But even if not, right, at least one of them, right? Because my concern is once you get to the playoffs, and like I said, the game slows down, gets more physical. Like, game's very different come playoff time. You're playing the upper echelon of teams. You're playing, like a Denver, and then a Clippers, and then a OKC, and then it's just like, I worry about the lack of defense in the starting unit, right? During the regular season, 9 out of 10 nights you can outscore a team, right? Even if your defense is awful, if you have enough offensive firepower, you can just blitz a team enough to win games. You see it all the time. I mean, Lakers have lost games this year because teams have done that to them, right? So again, during the regular season, I think it's fine, but I do think at some point during, ideally, the regular season, but at worst come playoff time, I think you're going to need to have better balance in the starting unit. Obviously, look, it was the first game. Things could very well change. I don't want to have to lose, 2, 3, 4 games for the Lakers to make that adjustment, right? Like that's my concern is that they probably won't make that adjustment as long as the Lakers are winning. Right? The Lakers, losing happens. Like Lakers are going to lose a game or two, but like, it's JJ Redick, I don't think is going to make the change unless it becomes really justified, right? Lakers lose, say, 2 games and then win another 6 straight. I don't think it's going to warrant JJ going, okay, I need to change the starters, right? I need to change the starting unit. And that's where my concern kind of lies. Now, you look at kind of March's schedule, that it gets brutal, right? I mean, getting through February, you have a couple like the Nuggets and the Clippers are definitely going to be tough. But you look like you play the Jazz, the Hornets, the Blazers, right? Then you have like the Mavericks who have completely fallen apart. Plus Luka, I think, is just going to dominate that game. And they're also going to have a week off for All-Star break. Then you play the Timberwolves who, they're a solid team, but they're not like great. Like that should be a game that the Lakers should win. But then you get into March and it's like the Clippers again. Okay. The Pelicans. All right. Then you got the Knicks, the Celtics. It's like, ooh, it's tough. Right. Then yes, we beat them twice, but again, we're going to be on the road against them. So, buckle up for that. And then you got the Knicks game will be at home. But then you got like the Nets. Okay. Then you got the Bucks and the Nuggets on the road. It's tough. Okay. And then it's like the Suns, the Spurs, the Nuggets, the Bucks, the Bulls, the Magic, the Pacers, the Bulls, the Grizzlies, and the Rockets, right? Like that's a tough schedule. You got a couple games sprinkled in there where you're in good shape, but it's a tough schedule. Hopefully by then this team is kind of gelled and meshed together and, just have better understanding and balance amongst the overall team, not just the starters, right? Hopefully guys have figured some stuff out. Luka and LeBron have kind of, worked out whatever they need to work out, if they even need to work out anything. Hopefully guys continue to play well. Again, bad games happen. Losses are going to happen. No team's gone 82-0 ever. I mean, Lakers couldn't go 82-0 now even if they wanted to, but you get the point, right? Like, are they going to win 31 straight games or however many that are left, right? Probably not. But can you win, 20, right? Can you go 20-11 the rest of the way? Like, that would be great, right? Like, get another 9 games over 500. Now you're 22 games over 500, right? Can you squeeze into the 3 seed? That would be great, right? Like, we're going to see. This team is going to still have some tests. They're still going to have some things that they're going to need to figure out, right? Like, there's going to be, there's the roller coaster that is the regular season, right? But I do believe if the Lakers stay focused, they stay locked in, they do what they're supposed to do, I think that they'll be fine. I have my preferences in the starting unit, as I'm sure that you do, and everyone watching this video does, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, don't fix what ain't broke, right? If it's working and you're torching teams, you can always like make the adjustment. Say 3 minutes in, it's just like like the offense isn't clicking and we're not stopping guys and we need some defense in there. Okay, then throw in a Jared Vanderbilt, throw in a Dorian Finney-Smith, right? Like there's ways. Like just because you start a unit doesn't mean that's how you have to finish it. That doesn't mean that that's how it has to stay like that the entire first quarter. There are adjustments that can be made. There are things to be made. Luka and LeBron, they're going to handle the offensive workload 90% of the time anyway. And I don't think it really matters who's out there with you, which is why I kind of want that defense. Because I just think that even with, guys like Jared Vanderbilt, where it's like the offense is concerning, Luka's going to make him look great. LeBron's going to make him look great. I just think ultimately you'll be fine in that department. I just think the defensive side of things is where the concern lies. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? What did you think of the starting unit? Are you upset? Are you disappointed? Do you think, like, nah, it's fine. Like, Lakers will be fine. Don't, don't try to fix what ain't broke type thing. I have a feel, whatever your thoughts are. I love to hear it, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.